everybody, Daniela here with Mumbelli in my daughter's room to give you guys just some of my favorite things that I use for sleep training that worked really well for me and my kids. And the first thing is swaddling. I'm really a firm believer in swaddling, and there's all sorts of swaddles out there that you can buy for your baby. It really just depends what you like. There's the kind that you just put them in and you Velcro them, and then there's a kind that you have to physically swaddle them in, and that's just what I use. It's what worked for me and my babies. I love these because they're breathable and we live in a hot climate, and because they're so big, so they have a lot of use. When my babies outgrew swaddling, I used them for tummy time, I used them for changing them, to cover their car seats if they were sleeping, etc. etc. So I bought one pack with my son, and it actually carried me through to my daughter. The more you wash them, the softer they get. So it's just a really nice thing to have. And if you've never swaddled a baby and you're kind of wondering how you do it, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there that are really great that will teach you how to properly swaddle. Sometimes it feels like they're too tight in there, but believe it or not, the tighter the better when it comes to swaddling. The second thing that I use for my kids that I absolutely really loved, I use for both of them, it's one of my go-to baby shower gifts, is the Cloud Bee owl. And it's so great because it's I actually ended up with two, one for my diaper bag and one for here at home that never left her crib. And you can Velcro it. It has Velcro, so you can either adjust, put it in the bars of the crib or under the bar of the car seat, next to them if they're having tummy time. And it's really great. It has a timer, so it just doesn't run all night while they're sleeping. And there's several different sounds to choose from. And I'll play one of them for you guys. And this is the ocean sound. And there's all kinds of them. There's a stream and rain and even a whale sound. And it's really great. You can adjust the volume. It runs on batteries. I don't think I've ever changed the batteries on these, so the batteries definitely last you a while. It's really great. It's really light, so it's just a really great thing to have. Another item that I really think works really well for sleep training is the Mumbelli. And the reason that I think it's such a great tool for sleep training is because so much of sleep training has to do with routines and patterns that we create for our babies at a very early age. And this is just really great because it creates a very consistent sleep space for your baby. So if you need to travel, if you need to go to grandma's house, or if you are leaving your baby with a caretaker, it's really great because it's very portable. So it just creates that consistency no matter where your baby is. So that's very important for sleep training. Another great thing about it is if your sleeping arrangements change as your baby gets older, it's a really great tool, because if you plan on co-sleeping at a very early age just out of convenience, it's really hard to roll over, so it's really good for that. And if you later decide that you want a crib sleep, it's really great because you can transition it inside your crib, and it helps your baby get used to sleeping in their crib and in their room, but in the same space that they've been used to since they were a newborn. So it's really great for those reasons, and it's just great also because of the footrest, so it keeps your baby very cozy and very secure and feeling like they're in the womb again. And then the other reason why it's a really great sleep tool is because of the wedge. And the reason that the wedge is so important is because if your baby has digestive issues, it's a big reason why babies wake up, upset stomach and colic and all those things. And this really helps with that, and it just helps them sleep longer. The longer that your baby sleeps, the longer they'll keep sleeping. So it's just a really great sleep training tool if you plan on sleep training, and even if you don't plan on sleep training, it's just a great thing to have because it creates a really good sleep place for your baby. And like everything out there, there's so much information about sleep training nowadays, what to do, what not to do, what may work for one baby may not work for the other baby. These are just the things that I tried with my babies that have worked for me. If you have any suggestions and you want to leave them in the comments, that would be great. If you've tried something and it's worked for you, we'd love to hear it. If you have any questions about sleep training, I'd love to answer them. I'm very passionate about sleep training. I did it with both my kids. I happen to think it's a great thing. It creates really well-rested children, and I'm really into it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks.